Hello, and we are live. Guys, this is our first YouTube live video. And boy, am I excited because I'm going to be talking to you about some types of financing, business financing. It's going to be awesome. We're going to wait for some more people to jump on. Just going to go right on in. Listen, type in the comments what you're drinking tonight. Knowing that you got work tomorrow, I'm drinking water. You know what I mean? Usually that's what I drink. Water. I like vitamin water, Gatorade and all of that. Good stuff for you. Absolutely. We're going to start off tonight. Okay, we're going to start off tonight with vendor credit. How many of you know what unsecured vendor accounts are? Okay, that's a type of financing. You walk into the store, okay, you get some items that you need, and then you walk right through the door. That's right, without paying for it. Of course, you'll have to pay later, all right? And we're going to unravel all of that in just a little. Consumer cards, okay, some consumer credit, that starts with a secured credit card, okay? On the business side, we start with vendor credit, okay? That's how we climb the ladder of business credit. We start off with vendor credit, and then we end up with cash credit cards and more because we started off the right way, okay? What business vendor accounts are, that's what the secured credit cards are to the consumer side, all right? So most business credit starts with vendor accounts, all right? And so knowing that, what do we do now? Well, we make sure that vendors. Why? Why do I say that? Why do I say you need to go to the right vendors? Well, because sometimes when you're involving yourself with vendors, you come across the ones that don't really work all that well with you. Maybe they still want to grab that social security number. Remember, you're building business credit, so you don't have to put your social security number on anything, on any application. You do have to put your EIN, because once you've established your business and your EIN, that EIN can stand alone. So now what's happening is, because that EIN is standing alone, what's happening? Now the lenders are giving you more capital to build your business with, and that's a wonderful thing, okay? Vendor accounts are accounts that typically offer terms such as net 30, okay? Now there's net 15, net 30, net 60, net 90, okay? I know of no others that are above that. There may be, I don't know, all right? But they offer those terms instead of the revolving. Remember, we talk about the credit cards and the revolving accounts. They offer the net 30 account. So if you get approved $1,000, let's say, in vendor credit, okay, and you use all $1,000 of that, you're going to need to pay them back in 30 days, within 30 days. Now, what do we say on our webinars? For those of you who tune into our webinars, what do we say? Early is on time, and on time is late, because what you want is a 100 payback score, all right? And that's like the equivalent of a FICO score on the consumer side. On the business side, it's called a payback score, all right? You want a 100, so you're going to pay your bills on time. And so instead of waiting right until that 30th day, you're going to maybe pay it on the 25th day, or maybe the 26th day. Anyway, you're going to pay it early. Why? Because you want that massive cash within a certain amount of time, not 10 years, not 12 years. You want it within 18 months. You want the $250,000 in 18 months instead of the 12 years, okay? That's what you want. So remember, if it says net 15, then you got to pay back in 15 days. If it says net 30, you got to pay back in 30 days. If it says net 60, you got to pay back in 60 days, and on, okay? Absolutely. So we know that net 30s, you got to pay back in 30 days. Net 60s, got to pay back in 60 days. There's even net 90s where you got to pay back in 90 days. Unlike with revolving accounts, you have a set time to pay it back. Okay, what you borrowed or the credit you use, you got to pay that back. All right. Now, make sure that you're utilizing this the right way. Like if you go to Home Depot and Lowe's, make sure you're getting that equipment that you're wanting. All right. Get it all that you're wanting, but make sure it's also within your budget. And don't be afraid, because now you're not thinking like a poverty mindset person. You're thinking wealth mindset. You're thinking not accumulation. Okay? If you check out one of our videos, we'll show you why accumulation mindset is a dangerous mindset to be in, because as you take money, you have less to go off of. But if you're a cash flow person, and let's say you're making $4,000 a month, if you blow $4,000 in 1 month, that's okay. You know why? Because the next month you're going to get another $4,000. And I know you're not gonna blow $4,000. You guys, I know you're responsible, but I'm just saying. All right. So to start your business credit profile the right way, you gotta get approved for the vendor accounts that report to these business credit bureau agencies. Okay, you got to get the vendor accounts that report to the Dun & Bradstreet. You got to get the vendor accounts that report to Equifax, to Experian. All right, now once you've done this, you can use the credit, pay back what you used, and the accounts get reported to Dun & Bradstreet. Now, why is that so important that it gets reported? Why do you think? Go ahead and comment below. Let me see. Why should I report? Why should I get with a company that reports to Dun & Bradstreet? Can't I just get what I need? Tell the old on the credit card? Oh my goodness. Listen, that's a great question. The question just came up, and we're going to get right back to the vendor credit. Question came up, should a person pay the total owed on the credit card each month? Should they pay the total owed on the credit card? I tell you what, if you want to be in good standing, you should pay the total owed on not the credit card. We're talking about vendor credit. Now, on the credit card, that's a totally different subject, and we will get into that. You got to come back tomorrow. We are going to cover that like a blanket. Okay, that's awesome. But on the vendor accounts, you got to pay all of that back within 30 days. If you have a net 30 account, 30 days. If you have a net 60 account, 60 days. Got a net 90 account, 90 days. Would it be wise to get secured business credit cards? Oh man, not only would that be wise, that would be absolutely the goal. Yes, get a secured business credit card. Not only can you get a secured business credit card, you can also get an unsecured business credit card. Now, why do I say that? I say that simply because you want, as much as a business owner, you want as much cash flow as possible. That way, if you get into a little bit of trouble and you're looking out over the horizon and you see that there's going to be cash flow in the future, you can utilize that to pay that secured card. Now remember, this is separate from personal. Business credit is separate from personal credit. Okay? So let's keep that in mind. Remember, when you're starting out getting business financing, you got to start with the vendor first. That's the low rung on the ladder. All right? Yes. Start with that first and then keep going. All right? So once Dun & Bradstreet and Experian report, then you've got a trade line, an established credit profile, and also an established credit score. You know what's happening then? Your EIN is standing on its own. And now it's like taking the training wheels off. You know, mom and dad is crying because little Johnny, little Susie's growing up. Okay? Once those vendor accounts report to Dun & Bradstreet and Experian and Equifax, okay, and your EIN is standing on its own, you're getting the $10,000 in credit lines. Now you're beginning to walk. Okay? And then you'll be running soon. And then you'll be flying. And that's how Walmart, Amazon, all of these big companies, that's how they started out. Oh, all of these companies have business credit. And it's a shame that 90% of the business owners don't know about business credit, but that's why I'm on talking to you. All right. So using your newly established business credit profile and score, you can then get approved for cash credit and eventually store credit, all without using your social security number. Now, this is possible because your EIN, like we said, is standing on its own. So if you leave your social security number off the application, the credit issuer then pulls off your EIN instead of your social security number. Okay? And so they're seeing your EIN and they're probably worried because you didn't put in your social security number. But as they see your EIN and they see your credit score on your business side, they're put at ease. Why are they put at ease? Because they see you've been paying. And you're putting them at ease because they know that you can pay on time. Which to us is what? What is paying on time? Paying on time is paying early. You got to pay early. That's how you get the 100 Payback Score. That's how you get the 250,000 in business credit lines. You pay early. Okay? So, tomorrow, we're going to be discussing credit cards. Business credit cards. All right? And we're going to be discussing how to use them. Guys, in the comments, let me know what you need to learn about business credit. And of course, my team is here to help you. CreditWiz at investorpro.org. If you want to work with us, and it takes 6 to 12 months, we'll get you $50,000 in business credit lines, guaranteed. Okay, 6 to 12 months. It's all the way out to 12 months because sometimes people don't have a business yet, and we have to set them up that way, and that's okay. But within a year, we'll get you that $50,000 that you need in order to have the cash flow that you want and succeed in the business that you're in. So tomorrow, we are going live again. We're going to be talking about secured business credit cards, all right, and unsecured. And we're going to show you whether or not you need them and what your chances are of finally getting them, all right? Don't worry about it. We'll go ahead and cover that tomorrow. You guys, God bless and good night.